Hey YouTube, it's V the Notary. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Before we get started, everyone, please like, subscribe, and share. Turn your notifications on because you are going to be intrigued by this video, okay? So before I get started to tell you about this video and this very unique type of notarization I just did last Thursday, let me just say this. If you guys are not on Google Business, you are missing a lot of potential money, clients, all the whole gamut, okay? I have been getting so many notifications and so many people contacting me through Google Business. And I would say in the last month, almost, well, no, I'm not going to say as many notifications that I'm getting versus loan signings because I get at least one to five of those a day. So I won't go that far. I don't even want to lie about that. But I will say in this last month, I have been getting more Google Business contacts than ever before. So if you're not on Google Business and you want to grow your notary business, you are missing out. So make sure if you have not created a Google Business page for your notary business, your loan signing business, whatever, any type of business, okay? Because I'm sure this is not just unique to being a notary. If you're a realtor, barber, whatever it is you do, make sure that you create a Google Business page and have all of the services that you provide on there, okay? All right, so last Tuesday, I get a notification for an attorney. And it's funny because in the email that I got from the attorney didn't tell me, they didn't go into, a lot of detail on the type of notarial services that they wanted. They just asked me if I was available for Thursday, right? So, the time lined up. They didn't tell me the fee. So, I called the attorney and I'm like, okay, how you doing? Introduce myself. I'm like, yes, I'm actually available, but it was funny because I was like, dang, I don't even want to say I'm available because I don't know what they're about to ask me to do, right? Like, what are they? Is this a loan signing? What is this, right? So when they contacted me and we were talking, they were really nice. They were like, yes, I want to know if you are available at this time on Thursday, this past Thursday, to provide a notarization for one of my clients who is an inmate, right? So I'm like, I'm kind of nervous, like, oh, an inmate, okay, what is this about? They wanted me to come to a correctional facility to do a notarization. And I'm like, dang, okay. This is different. I've never done this, but when they told me the fee was $220, y'all. And I'm like, okay, sure, but how, what is the document? Like, what do you need? Et cetera, et cetera. And they're like, well, the document, it was for a child custody case, okay? I don't want to go into too much detail, but it was for custody, like through family court. And it was a document that needed to be notarized. And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm kind of familiar with, child custody documents. I'm like, this can't be, this is not a loan signing where it's 50 pages. And I'm like, okay, for $220, all right. So I accepted it, right? I was available on the Thursday. I accepted it. So this is different. I have never thought about doing a notarization, never thought about, targeting correctional facilities, whatever. So the correctional facility was about 30 minutes away from me. So let me just say this. There are you want to check I always recommend checking the state laws as a notary for whatever state you live in. For where I live, there were no particulars outside of, whatever, all the other certifications and accreditation, all of that I currently have. I did have to provide my ID, obviously, to get in. My name was on a list. I met the attorney and I had to provide an ID. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was a little scared because I've never been in a jail. I mean, it was a little intimidating. You see all these like lockup shows. I'm like, dang, are they gonna see me like walking through the jail? The inmates are, I didn't know what to expect, but I will put you at ease. My experience was nothing like that. I did have to go through kind of extensive security to get through. Obviously they checked all of my things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I went to the location with the attorney for the client. So they, I went through security, they checked that, all of that, right? So we actually we obviously, I didn't go into the jail cell, but there was like a private area where I met the client, whatever it is, a client, where I met them. And one thing that I did have to do is explain the rights. I had to make sure that this inmate or client, whatever, to respectfully the client, I had to make sure that they understood what they were notarizing. Okay. I didn't get into specifics on the custody case. I didn't even read the document. It's outside of the, obviously you scan the document, but I didn't get into the particulars of, you can make your assumptions there on who got the custody, whatever. I didn't even look into all of that, right? It's not like loan signing documents where you kind of have to really walk the client through. I did, but I didn't read the documents, but I had to, the basis of the notarial language and the things that I had to speak to the client about, I had to make sure that they understood what they were signing. Okay. And it's funny because, I've done notarizations for attorneys, right? Power of attorney. I've done things like that at attorney, legal offices, but I've never had an attorney accompany me to a signing. So that was different. And it was cool. Like, the attorney was cool. But, again, it was custody. I would say it took longer for me to get through security than I actually was at the signing. Okay. It took about 15-20 minutes to get through this correctional office or facility. I've never been to a jail inside to visit someone, so I don't know, if that's standard, if it takes longer or shorter, I don't know. But it actually took longer for me to get to the inmate than it did when I was at the signing. When we were at the signing, it took, I would say, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, and I was done. And I got the payment that day. So I was like, ooh, okay, this is different. You never think about having to do notarizations at a jail or any type of correctional facility, but they are citizens. They have the same type of legal rights that you do if you're not incarcerated. So it makes sense. There's a whole bunch of different divorce documents and all power of attorneys and custody documents and all different other things that would need to be notarized, just the same as anybody who is not in jail. So y'all know I added that to my portfolio. Correctional, notarial services as well. Again, I don't know if that's an area that's tapped into. That never crossed my mind. And it was just funny when I got the email for the service, the attorney did not put that in like the subject line, which a lot of times when I get contacted, it is in the subject line. So I don't know if this is taboo or they were like, let me talk to her, I don't want to scare her off. You know what I'm saying? But it was interesting, but it was a really good experience. So yeah, this year I want to share everything. So if it's something that you guys are not thinking about, please, let me share with you, and then you guys share with me as well. So I haven't had any, obviously this was just this past week, so we'll see what happens. If I get an influx of requests for notary services at correctional facilities, I'm going to take them. It was safe. I felt safe. Again, I was a little bit nervous, but it went well. The client was cool. I mean, he wasn't in a straitjacket or acting a fool. So yeah, it went pretty good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have you guys also done these types of notarial services? And also, I'm curious, if you live in a state that has additional requirements outside of just having, being a notary public, share that as well so that people know. Like, if you live in Florida, I don't know, I'm just throwing this out there, and they require you to have some additional certificate, let us know, just so that we know, and people can be prepared if they do indeed want to provide those types of notarial services, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Share this video. Again, we are about making money quickly if we can. And I'm just realizing, I really am realizing, like, there are ways to really make good money outside of loan signing, which is terrible because loan signings tend to be the most time consuming ways that you'll use your stamp. You know what I mean? I'll do power of attorneys, other types of things, even field inspections, which you're not using your stamp. But I'm just saying, like, loan signing is so time consuming and you make almost the least amount of money. I'm just saying. Obviously you get more offers more frequently. However, you're not able to really capitalize on growing your business, as you are in other areas that are quicker. Okay. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Like, subscribe, and share, you guys. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.